It is no secret that home price appreciation here in the Phoenix Scottsdale area has gone up quite significantly. In fact, in a lot of areas, we've seen about 32% appreciation overall from last year to this year. People are moving around within the area, but we are also seeing a lot of people move into the area from places like California, Washington, Illinois, and a variety of other places for a variety of different reasons. Oftentimes, it's the home prices, the overall cost of living, and the quality of life that are bringing so many people here. Now, obviously, with our 32% increase in home prices over the last year, the prices have gone up quite significantly, but people are still choosing to move here, oftentimes because even though our appreciation has gone up, the appreciation that they're seeing on the homes where they are coming from are also seeing appreciation, but yet our homes are still less money. Now, a lot of the purchases that we're seeing here in the Phoenix Scottsdale area are primary residence, as well as second homes. But there is another group of people that are buying here in the Phoenix Scottsdale area. Any guesses who they are? Investors. Recently, the Washington Post wrote an article about the top 10 metro areas where investors are buying the most homes in that metro area. Well, Phoenix was number 5 out of the top 10. And we were really only 3% from number 1. The percentage rate that the Washington Post is claiming that we have is 22% of the homes purchased in the Phoenix metro area are purchased by investors. Now, whenever I see numbers like this, I always go to the Cromford report because they track the market every single day. They are my trusted source here for valid numbers. So the Cromford Market Index is stating that we've got 19% of our home purchases are being purchased by investors, and an additional 4% are being purchased just by iBuyers, which are also investors. Those two numbers together would put us at 23%. So it's not that far off, but we're looking at 23% overall of investors buying up in our market. So what's the real difference between these two? Well, the number one is the traditional investor. They are literally buying up homes to grow their rental portfolio, their real estate portfolio, to have something that is a solid investment over time, especially right now. I've said this in other videos. They are hedging their bet against inflation by owning an asset that is a great investment during times just like these. And then there are the institutional buyers or the iBuyer. Companies like Zillow, but let's not forget Zillow got out of the home buying business in November of 2021, but that still leaves some other companies that are still in the game. Companies like Opendoor and OfferPad, things like that. They are still in the iBuying game of buying, flipping, potentially holding. Now, the big difference between these two is that the iBuyers are using Wall Street money to come in and buy as many homes as they can to do what I just said, either buy and flip quickly or buy, hold, or the other, they buy and they're selling in bulk to other institutional buyers to turn those all into a rental market and a bigger portfolio for people that are in the Wall Street world wanting to own houses, but we'll get to that. So what does all this mean for buyers? Well, it means it makes the market very competitive because those investors, iBuyers and regular investors, they're coming in and they're paying with cash, which makes it very frustrating and very hard for buyers to come in and compete when they have a loan. Now, the iBuyers specifically are oftentimes going in and saying, we don't even need an inspection. We're going to do a visual inspection and then we're going to give you a price. So that in and of itself for some sellers is very, very attractive. But again, it makes it very challenging for those buyers out there that are just looking for a home to buy for their family. Now, in the Phoenix Scottsdale market, one of the things that we saw in early 2021 is that we were seeing these iBuyers going in and they were really paying well above market value. I mean, they almost advertised how much more above market value that they were paying. But then November came and Zillow got out of the home buying business, and it really made all of the others kind of take a pause and look at their model. They have drastically shifted the way that they are buying homes because a lot of these iBuyers are now losing money when they're selling their homes. Again, I'm going to show you some charts about this. But one of the things that they've also done is they have made deals with these larger companies to buy some of these homes that have been maybe sitting for a little while, buy them in bulk and turn them into rentals as an investment. So it's almost like you have an investor layering on another investor purchase. It just makes it really challenging for some of these buyers. But let's not forget, the real reason they're doing that is because if they kept it on the market for much longer, they would really lose a lot of money. So if they can sell in bulk, it helps them in the long run. Now, the other reason that this is really hard on buyers is because oftentimes these iBuying companies are marketing directly to these homeowners that were never on the market. So these poor buyers that are looking for homes to buy and live in with their family, they never got an opportunity to even look at the house, let alone buy it, because they went straight to these iBuyers because they felt like it was a for sure thing. Now, the one thing that I always caution sellers on about this is that, especially since Zillow got out of the business and a lot of this has changed, I really believe you are leaving money on the table as a seller if you are selling to one of these iBuyers. I've actually seen the paperwork from some of my sellers that have talked to them and decided not to go with them. We got them a lot more money than what these iBuyers could get them and did it pretty quickly with a lot of the same terms that some of these iBuyers are throwing out there, saying that they can get that wow you as a seller. We can get that too. So these poor buyers that are waiting, holding their breath for more inventory to come on the market, don't get an opportunity to even look at these homes. But when these iBuyers buy the home, they do go back and they put it on the market. Oftentimes they are putting lipstick on a pig to try to make it look a little bit better. It doesn't always. And this is one opportunity that I do talk to buyers about. There is some potential opportunity in purchasing one of these homes that are for sale. Now, these iBuyers do not buy in every price point. So some of these higher price points, you're not going to find any competition with some of these iBuying companies, but you are still going to find competition for some of the individual investors because they do see that these homes are a great investment and a great rental opportunity. And guess what? You're going to still be competing with cash and all of the other things that an investor can do because they're buying with cash. Things like shortening the inspection period, closing quickly if that's what the seller needs to kind of entice them to take their offer. A lot of things that you, maybe if you're getting a loan, just can't offer just the pure fact that you're getting a loan and the time frame that that puts on you. So both of these types of investors have had a big impact on our price points increasing because they just keep bidding up the homes. And if you're buying with a loan, it's really making buyers have to make their offer look more like cash than ever before. Things like waiving the appraisal or shortening the inspection period, things that the cash buyers can do as well, but just really trying to remove all the contingencies as much as possible in that contract to secure that home. It's really whatever you can do to sweeten the pot, that's what you have to do to secure a home. And it's really frustrating for some buyers. So who is this really good for? Well, it's good for sellers. When you're selling to an investor, they are usually a lot less emotional and willing to remove a lot of contingencies from the contract and close quickly if that's what you need, or give you the flexibility to stay. You as a seller then feel like you have a for sure thing. But I just caution you just a little bit on that. And the reason I caution you on that is from what I said before. I have seen some of these offers and I have seen us put the house on the market and I've gotten them a lot more money than what some of these iBuyers would have given them for the sale of their home. So although it seems like a great thing, a for sure thing, our market is so crazy right now that as long as the contract is written really strongly, you're likely going to walk away with more money. And if you're going to walk away with more money, why would you leave money on the table? Now, I know I touched on this just a little bit earlier, but I'm going to say it again because this was not the case in early 2021. Zillow and Opendoor and OfferPad and all of those other iBuyers, they were paying an exorbitant amount of money for every single home. But since Zillow got out of this home buying business, every one of them has changed their model. Every one of them has pulled back a little bit. So if you're reading somewhere or you're hearing from somebody that, oh my gosh, they're going to pay you way more than you could ever get, I caution you because it might be old information. It might be an old article that you're reading. Really talk to your local real estate agent and find out what they're really seeing in the market before you sign on the dotted line. Okay, so I want to bring a little bit of good news to the buyers out there that are frustrated because maybe they didn't get an opportunity that one of the iBuyers did get an opportunity on. Those homes are going to come back on the market. And when they do, yes, they're going to try to price them higher than where they purchased them. But I want you to take a look at all these charts in the Phoenix metro area. This is going to show you all of Zillow, Opendoor, and OfferPad, all of the iBuyers that we have locally in our market, all of the homes that they have actually sold for less money than they acquired the home for. So could this be a potential opportunity for you as a buyer? Maybe. Is it going to be easy? No, but it's doable. So it could be an opportunity. I wouldn't completely rule it out, but just know again that the buying world out there is frustrating in and of itself. Adding this as another layer of frustration, really just walk into it knowing what it's going to be. It's going to be a little hard. Communication's not going to be great, but it's doable. We've done it and it's possible. So the other little bit of good news for buyers is that not all sellers want to sell to an investor. I've had a few buyers of mine that we were in a multiple offer situation and we had written a really, really strong contract. And the agent came back to me and they actually asked the question, is this for their primary residence or are they an investor? And I've said, no, this is their primary residence. And guess what? They've won the offer because they were living in it as a primary residence. The sellers did not want to sell to an investor. So not all sellers want to sell to an investor, even if the money is higher, even if the purchase price is higher. They don't all only want to sell to an investor. Sometimes they feel it's right to make sure that their home goes to another family, the next family they want to see living in their home. So although we do have a lot of investors in our market, I do not think that this is the sole reason that our prices have gone up so dramatically. We've got people moving from a lot of other states coming here. Our job market is great. We've talked about this in other videos. And the many people that are moving here from other states still see our price points as affordable. Now, is that kind of changing? Kind of changing. Yes, it is. But as we stand right now, people moving from other states with higher taxes, higher regulation, higher just about everything, see our home prices as affordable, and they are willing to pay those prices. I hope this information was helpful. If I can answer any other questions about this or anything else related to real estate here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can call me, email me, text me, post a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video. And if you think this would be helpful for anyone else, please make sure you pass it along. As always, I thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.